We just thank you for the food that's before us. Lord, we just thank you for your hand being on us, and we just pray that you will guide us in our actions and everything that we do.
Money brings its own headaches. It really does. With wealth comes responsibility. So at some point, it almost moves from the blessing avenue to the responsibility avenue. You know, you always worry about that next generation. You know, they can be in a mode where they're spoiled, where they don't know how to work, where they don't want to work. And so early on, we were very, very strongly that we wanted them to work and to learn the value of that. I'm Gray Wynn. This is my wife, Patricia. We have two sons, Trey and Aaron, and we all work together as a family. I ended up going into management. I think at my best or worst, depending on how you say that, I had 175 engineers in 5 countries working for me. At the same time, we had some side businesses. I took classes at night on how to do wiring and plumbing and how to build your own house. Our primary business is Legacy Premier Homes. It got started in 2011 from forming 2 different companies together. So we do everything from land acquisition, development of that land, building the homes on the land, selling the homes to end clients. We also have some of the secondary businesses like the flooring store that provides material to the building company. Over time, we've been able to develop much better systems for everything that we do and improve that profitability of the company. Moving from building 20 houses to about 100 houses a year, provides lots of opportunities from a financial standpoint. I think one of the biggest things that weighs on us as owners is the fact that if we shut down our building company, 100, 150 people would lose their jobs. So you're impacting so many people with your actions, and we want to maximize what goes to impact the kingdom.
One of the things that's always been important to us is being good stewards of what God has entrusted with us. Our Christian faith permeates everything we do. It's the fabric of our life. We're just temporary residents here on earth. We don't own it. It's just given to us temporarily. It all belongs to God.
So that kind of led us into this relationship where we really got to know the people from the Alabama Baptist Foundation, where we were looking at what do we give our children versus what do we want to give the church versus what do we need to be doing from a strategic tax planning situation kind of thing. And they have really the perfect mechanism for that with the estate plan, with the donor advised fund. So we had an initial estate plan that we put into place that was really missing how we give back to the church. And it really allowed us to have a total estate plan that honors God. I think that's really the key that came out of that relationship with the Alabama Baptist Foundation. We didn't realize at the time that it would truly turn into our legacy, that it would turn into a definition that we would pass on to our kids.
Both my mom and dad instilled a lot of things. Yes, hard work was one of them, but it was also, just grace. They had a lot of grace for each other, for other people.
Something I learned from my parents is just have a servant's attitude about life and not just caring about what happens to yourself. It's not saying that you're a Christian, but it also depends on what you do. It's the act of showing it over a long period of time for a lot of people that changes their mindset.
I hope I can pour into my son like my parents poured into me and just live a life that shines Christ to them, but also from a company perspective, God's got to come first. God's got to be the center. He's got to be the purpose behind everything that I do. So that doesn't change in the perspective of what the company already is. I want to continue that legacy and, if anything, make it even more so.
It's really, really cool to see your kids doing the most important things correctly. Both of them have a great work ethic. Both of them know Christ. Those different things is part of that legacy that we're trying to pass on.